We love 88.3
WCQR.
We love 88.3 WCQR.
Today there's so much media and stuff out there that bombarding our culture. I think that music and media is an important part of what influences who we're going to become. If we're listening to unwholesome lyrics, it's going to put unwholesome ideas in our hearts and our minds. If we're filling our hearts and minds with songs that are encouraging and have wholesome lyrics and help tell the narrative of God's story, then it's filling our hearts and minds with that. So going back to Romans 12, constantly renewing our mind. Listening to WCQR is a great way. Listening to WCQR is a great way to renew your mind with God's story.
I also appreciate the opportunities that the lyrics provide in having more conversations, or maybe even initiating gospel-centered conversations with our kids. Reflecting on the character of God. I appreciate the kind of that additional opportunity that those songs provide. That otherwise, throughout the day, the conversations may not have come up. So I appreciate that part of it a lot.
The encouraging music that you play on it. I like the songs. We love it. I listen to it every morning. Wake up to listen to it at 6:20 every single morning on the weekdays.
I think the songs are encouraging. One of the things we're called to do is to walk throughout the day in communication with God.
Y'all have been used mightily so many times in my life. There's been different songs that have just, as I listened to the words, just brought me to tears and just on the floor weeping. And then, as the Lord carries us through those hardships, you hear the song again, you only cry halfway, and then a little bit, and then you hear it, and you're able to lift your hands just praising the Lord, because you see how He has faithfully brought you through a point in your time or in your life where it just seemed, would I get through this? How can I lift my head and smile again?
I think it's different though than just radio. It's not just radio. It is a ministry. And I know you guys are always out there in the community and encouraging people, even encouraging people through your shows in the morning and throughout the day, encouraging people to pray for one another. You drive through different things that you give your listeners practical tools to go out and do ministry in the area.
I don't know. I like to sing. I'll hear a song on the radio, go in a different room, keep singing it over and over and over and over, then go back in, there's different one. Oh yeah, I'll sing this one.
I think it'd be much more difficult just to have something that our family could enjoy together when we're going down the road. Sometimes we'll have music on the iPod or whatever, listening to that, or CDs in the car. But it's difficult to have that all the time ready to go. It's so easy just to push the button, and WCQR is there, with wholesome radio, that we don't have to worry about the lyrics. We don't have to worry about the ideas that are filling our mind. So without WCQR, I don't know that my kids would have music that I'd feel comfortable with them listening to. I don't mind them listening to WCQR.
I be packing my bags and I need to stay. I be chasing every breeze that blows my way. I be building my kingdom just to watch it fade away. It's true, that's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's me without you. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm beyond grateful for so many reasons. And the Lord has used y'all in my life, in our family's life, and continue. And part of that's the music. Part of that is who you guys are. You're authentic, reaching out in love of people, love of our family. I mean, my kids just feel so welcomed. And they're kids, and they're rambunctious, and they're wild and crazy, and we love them as their parents. But y'all truly, there's just such a love that they experience from you guys. So I appreciate I would say the love of Jesus that flows from y'all and lifts y'all up to be able to love at that capacity.
Recently somebody asked me, we were talking about this dinner, and it's like, well, what's the expectation? And I said, there's really not an expectation. Just come and hear about the ministry and what's going on. And I said, but I'll tell you what we do. I look at this as this is something that is important to us. It's important to our family. There's a lot of things that we do that we pay for every month. I think about, Apple Music. Apple Cloud Storage. Some people, we don't have cable TV, but a lot of people do have cable TV. We pay for internet every month. We pay, for us, a monthly gift to WCQR is kind of like a subscription, just to make sure that we still have that available to us, that the ministry is ongoing, and that our kids have this available to them. Our family has this available to us, to encourage us, provide opportunities to talk to one another about the gospel. It allows us to hear what God's doing out in the community, and just lifts our hearts, and is constantly putting God's word into us through music, through the creativity and the art of singing, of song. And that's just a huge blessing to us. So I would encourage folks to consider, even if it's a small monthly gift, what are you paying for other small things in your life that you may not even be using as much as you're listening to WCQR.
I'd be packing my bags when I need to stay. I'd be chasing every breeze